This motherfucker's just talking.
Yo, welcome to the Just Talking podcast. Nah, this is gonna be like a new thing called a check-in. I'm not really good at being consistent, it seems. These podcasts are supposed to be weekly, and then they turn monthly somewhere along the road. But I'm gonna start doing these fucking check-ins, cause every now and then it's like, what can I talk about that's gonna take a decent hour, and then I can just bullshit for the rest of the change, But I think I'm just gonna go straight for the bullshit, cause I don't know what else. So I'm gonna start doing these check-ins. Might be once a month, might be twice a month. Shit, might do that weekly for an entire month. I'm gonna try and have like actual stuff to talk about, but I don't know. I don't watch the news, which is right where we're gonna start off from. All right. So, like I said, I don't watch the news. I don't really follow politics. But one thing that I got from my family, like brothers, sisters, all of that, mom, dad, if there's one thing that I can say that we have as a family is that we like to talk shit. So even though I may not know that much shit, I still like to talk shit. And the thing is, the shit that I talk don't even gotta like make sense in the beginning. All I gotta do is grab your attention just for a little bit, and I might be able, and it just ends up clicking. You're gonna say out loud that doesn't even make any sense. But the moment you said that, you already started putting it together a little bit in your head. Slowly, it just starts creeping in on you. Open the door, and then boom, it makes sense. Best way to do that is fucking analogies and shit. But that's besides the point. Because this is all just to say, like, this election fucking sucks. Me, personally, I didn't see the point of watching the debates. Shit. I don't know who the fuck wants to spend any of their time watching fucking debates. Like, sure, if you are actually pretty interested in those, what they have to talk about, but like, nigga, if you are, how come I don't see you doing readings on it? I don't know. Like, I feel as though it's just like, it's because it's such a, or at least it feels like one of those hot topic elections, Like, I don't know. I don't really know if there truly is going to be a lot more people voting. I think last election there was actually a lot more people voting. So the fact that, I guess something finished downloading. Might have a good time on the PS4 later. Actually, I don't even know how strong this microphone is. You might have not heard that from the PS4, when something's finished. But just know, might be having a good time. Or a bad time. Could be a bad game. Gotta put both stuff in the air. But yeah, fuck the election. Like, the funniest thing about this shit is like, there was like one guy who a lot of people, at least on the Democratic side, obviously, that like I felt like a lot of people wanted. And like I felt like, yeah, if we elect this guy, maybe things could get better. I don't fucking know. I'm not sure. Shit, he might be a liar too. You gotta keep that in mind. Like, all right, maybe politicians aren't liars, but they oversimplify shit, and some niggas just be eating that shit up. Like, just because I like what, like, it's one thing to be like, oh yeah, I like what he says better than what he says, and that's all fine and dandy. But then it's like, well, if you look through their history, other things they've said versus what they've actually done. Shit just starts getting into a gray area too, and you're like, whoa, how the fuck am I supposed to believe this nigga? Not only that, but like one thing that's really been pissing me off is that people are like, oh yeah, you have to vote. All right, so say we have to vote. Well, nigga, why'd you wait so long? Cause like, president doesn't make the laws. This nigga can like issue a command, as far as I know, an executive order. Order, like niggas that say order like that, bruh. Fucking maniacs. But like, it's just different uses of the English language, bruh. Isn't it crazy? I like all these other countries. It doesn't even have to be countries, bro. It can be like just different parts. Even though everybody is supposedly speaking English, like niggas just got whole different words for shit, or like whole shit that doesn't make sense, bro. Like I remember when I was a kid, and I found out that like loo meant fucking bathroom in Britain, in like in British English. I'm like, so who the motherfucker? Because like, gotta keep in mind, most people, most white people, kind of came around that area, you know, kind of spread out, started conquering lands, killing people, you know, white people shit. And like, you just gotta wonder, who the fuck thought it was a good idea? You know what? I'm gonna name my son after a bathroom. You know, fuck it. Think Lou sounds pretty good. I don't care if that's where I shit. Like, you know, like 100 years into the future, niggas just start naming their kids toilet. Had to be a fucking celebrity that did that shit too. You know, because celebrities are already kind of naming their kids just any type of fucking shit. I don't even know how to pronounce Elon Musk's son's name. I don't know. Like, I hope that that's just a meme. Like, from what I heard, it's not. But like, what type of evil shit? Like, imagine if they bring the cursive curriculum back, bruh, and that kid gotta type those foreign ass letters in cursive. I say type because of the way Corona's happening, shit might be an online shit forever. That shit's crazy. Online classes are definitely ass. Like, when the idea was first proposed, I was like, yo, this might not be that bad. Like, obviously, I knew shit like lockdown browser, fucking shit. I heard Gradescope. You click out of that screen, they see that you click out. They got a log every time you click out the website or the web page. So you gotta be mad careful, bro. But at the same time, bro, y'all, there's also teachers that like technology is also foreign to them in a way. So they probably won't even know how to access that, bro. Like shit, bro. I was in one of my engineering classes, and we were basically teaching her how lockdown browser was working. And it's like just the dynamic, like that yin and yang of telling the teacher how to use something that you're trying to fucking like get over and keep cheating with, you know? Like, because there's no way that these niggas are really expecting like the best work out of everybody during this time. Like, I can quote unquote be in class and not be in the fucking room. Like, just the ability to do that. And keep in mind, like, not to be fucking rude, but like a lot of college people are fucking stupid. Like, I'm of the mentality that like if you can go straight to a 4 year college, then either you choose a good major or fucking actually, yeah, nah. Choose a good major, or like keep yourself completely in line. Know exactly what you want to do, because other than that, there ain't shit that you can do. Like, cause like going to 4 year college, like, all right, if you go in there, you have a fucking scholarship. Fuck it, do whatever you want. You don't gotta deal with the debt as much. But a lot of people struggling with student loan debt is like, look, I'm not saying it's okay. This shit's high rate robbery, but it's like it's been going on for like years now. So it's like it's either it's one of those things that it's like you just gotta end up learning the system, or you don't know what's about to happen. Like it's like how people are cheating now with lockdown, like getting that stiff arm from putting their phone directly in the center of their laptop and making it look like they're just looking straight at the screen, but they got their phone and they're typing and all that shit. Imagine the fucking dumbasses that actually get a phone call in the middle of their exams and you just hear that vibrating straight on the fucking microphone inside the laptop. Zzz, zzz. Like, especially if lockdown got their mics on, bro. It's raps. It's fucking raps. But like, I don't know. Shit, my fault. I was getting text messages and all this fucking calls and shit. I don't even know what for yet. Maybe I'm in trouble. It was something I was supposed to do and I didn't do it. Or there's something someone else wants me to do and I don't I didn't know, so I get it yelled at because I'm not a mind reader. You know, typical stuff. Hmm. Bad communication. I tell you, it's only allowed in one place, a relationship. Like, all the relationships that you really just see, most of them I feel as though, and just off of bad communication. Like, it doesn't even make sense how people can be so fucking stupid. You know? Like, cause like there's a lot of forms of bad communication. All right, so like just keep that in mind. It's not like there's just this one rule dictionary and everything. And this is the thing that also needs to be understood. It's not just on guys. It's on guys. Like I just want to put it out. Just like how on the other note, it wouldn't be just on girls. It's just people in general. Like just have bad communication. Like I have some of those, bro. Like in general, what I just assume is like back 100 years ago, they didn't have phones like that and everything. Like if a like if a nigga's wife really wanted to reach him, then she had to be a genius and know how to work a fucking telegraph, bro. I still don't understand how niggas would do like Morse code shit. Like, are they counting how many times it's like go if I tap 25 times immediately, that's the 25th letter in the alphabet, and then that nigga just writing each fucking letter with her being like, "Did you sleep?" Well, my fault. DIDSLEEP with that bitch. You know, like, what about the words that couldn't get translated, right? Or like, I don't know. Like, obviously, I gotta learn the rule to that shit. But it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, all right, so there's the ease of communication, but that doesn't mean that like everything else gets becomes easier just because the ability to communicate has become easier. In the sense that like I don't think like communication isn't just like, oh, he needs to like they need to speak to me. That's not communication. That's just talking. Like shit, this podcast called just talking. Shit, I'm just chatting. Like the shit that's coming out of my mouth, it's not like science work. It's nothing. It's just the ramblings of a nigga that just talks shit. All right, like I am talking shit right now. I'm fucking saying you niggas don't know how to communicate. All right, fucking bum ass niggas don't know how to talk yet. Like phone and answering the phone, text. If a nigga's busy, a nigga's busy. Like that goes both ways, bruh. So like for me, I never expect like a text back immediately, or a call back, or a call, or like someone to pick up the call immediately. And for the most part, I won't call people multiple times, other than like a few occasions. Like I call, obviously wake people up. Like some niggas be like, "Yo, call me to wake me up." I'm like, all right. And for some of those people, I used to call like 5 times. Now I call twice. Sometimes I just fucking call real quick. Hear the first ring, hang up, call again. Hear the first ring, cause it's like now you're just wasting my time, cause your dumbass doesn't want to get up. Like the fuck? Haven't figured out waking up yet. I don't know. Do you deserve to be called an adult still? Eh, kind of up in the air at that point. Like there's occasionals like, oh yeah, I'm about to take a nap. Wake me up real quick. Yeah, I get those, but it's like, oh my gosh, I remember high school days, bro. I would have to wake up. I would wake my sister up because she'd be like, wake me up at this time so I can do this." Cause I'm a light sleeper. Shit, bro. My phone vibrates. My phone vibrating like can wake me up, bro. I'm a light ass sleeper. Like, after this story, I gotta tell the fucking college shit. That like, shit. Be Nige got to be here for that one too, bro. But like, I'll still say it. But I'll finish this shit first. So like, I would have to go to her room, bro. Go in there, and be like, "Yo, get up. It's time for you to get up, bro. You told me to wake you up." And then it's like obviously the bullshit. Oh, wait, an hour, all that. Give me an hour, give me 5 minutes, all that bullshit, blah blah blah. But this is the thing that always annoyed me about it. This lady, bruh, this girl, she would fucking get up. The like, so let's say she'd be like, "No, I don't need to wake up anymore." She'll say like, "Shit." This is her favorite thing. "I don't need to wake up anymore," or "Just go. I don't need you." She'll say shit like that, and then she'll get up and yell at me and be like, "Why didn't you wake me up, dog?" I had to start recording her. So when she yelled at me, I was like, "Here's the video." Keep in mind, this is 4 years. Damn, like pretty much of this type of abuse. Like, this is what I'm saying. I get yelled at for no reason. So it's like my only enjoyment is like pissing people off because regardless, it seems like they're gonna be pissed off around me. Justifying my bullshit, bro. That's what you got to do at the end of the day. No matter what, bro. If you can justify your bullshit, what can people say? Like you knew who I was. I was bullshitting since the day we met. You said you would love me under any condition. All right, so since I was saying I was gonna tell you the other story about the fucking light sleeper shit. So like my freshman year in college, I don't know if I actually directly said it, bro. But like me and Nige were roommates. Like we didn't know each other going in. Because like literally, I remember texting the nigga. Cause look, so this is how it worked. I picked the room first. Like I picked a random room. One of my homies was all like, "Yo, this hall is like the best hall and for freshman dorms." And because I was gonna pick up some shit in that whole another neighborhood, because I was told that I would be nah, my fault. I was told that the other like even though the other dorms, neighborhoods and the other dorms were like closer to classes, it was still better to get this one, which was the furthest freshman dorm, at least to my knowledge, from classes, for the most part. Right, so I was told to get this one because it was the best one, bruh. And this nigga was right. This shit had windows, like a lot of them. Like not to say the other dorms didn't have windows. They just had a window per room, obviously. Or like each room had a window as well, but it's like there's different levels to things, you know. Like for example, my dorm had two study rooms and a common room. That common room had a big TV, fucking couches with a small like couch cushion joints that you can put your legs on top of, and then you turn to the left. There's a nice view of the fucking like other dorms, I guess, and the food hall. Ain't shit out there, but like there's a view. Like it's a whole big ass like it wasn't walls, windows for like one hat for like one side, you know. Go into the other dorms, just a whole bunch of brick, small ass hallways. Like I'm not a big nigga, but I'm a big nigga, you know. So it's like you can't have like you can't have too many people going both ways in small ass hallways, bruh. So I didn't appreciate those bricks shit. You had the fucking window air conditioners. We had actual air conditioners. Like we weren't living like from 30, 40 years ago. It was just that type of shit. It was like different. That's what I'm saying. There's different levels to it. So I got into that dorm and I picked the room, I picked the bed first. Now, while that is true, right? So I picked the room and everything, right? And the bed, and it's like someone else has to choose. And usually, the nigga that picks second is or third, depending on how many roommates you had. I was not living it through people in one room that was basically gonna be the same size as the fucking double. That shit doesn't make any sense to me. But so this guy comes in, and in my head, when I chose the room, I was like, please don't be a weirdo, right? Because that's the one thing you don't fucking want. You don't want that. You don't want to have that roommate that's like a weirdo. Like I'm okay with the fucking nerdy ones because I can be a little nerdy sometimes. I feel like every guy has that one shit, or like everybody got that one shit that they're a little nerdy about. But like I get, I'm cool and nerdy, quiet guy for the most part. As long as he like got decent humor, I'm cool with a lot of people. The two types of people who I wouldn't be able to deal with though is someone that would get easily offended by shit, or like someone that I guess had no I couldn't vibe with at all. Like in the sense that like there are things that you can talk about, sure, because it's like there's always similarities between people. But it's like just their general presence, bruh, just be irking you, or like not be irking you, but it's like yo, shut the fuck up. Like you don't even want to hear their voice. But it's not like they did anything to you. It's just that like they just seem annoying. Those are the two types of people, bruh. And usually they're both like both both the like niggas that just irk me and then the niggas that fucking just be getting easily offended by shit. Like both of them are the same or tend to be kind of like one and the same. But you know, there's different variations. So it's like some of them don't be like fucking getting upset over all the stuff, but just getting upset about the tiny shit. Like or they're selective about what they're upset about. So it's like, why are you really upset? Because like obviously, I don't completely aim to upset people. Aim to get them riled up sometimes, sure. But upset? No. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. But like sometimes it's just funny seeing people get riled up over nothing. So sometimes I like poking the beast, bro. Like I don't gotta fight about stuff that I really care about. Like that's my thing, bro. I don't even be getting angry. I'm trying to like sometimes when I talk to people and especially when I know that I'm kind of pissing them off, it just feels so much more natural to match the energy they're giving off because you gotta keep in mind if you're talking in a low fucking weak ass tone, they're not gonna reach the peak the peak of their like just anger towards you. Like 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 and it especially makes sense if you're like whether you're friends, relationships, when that one person that just be getting you so like mad sometimes, you just want to smack him, but you don't. That's how you know you got that real friend, bro. Like that nigga that sometimes, bro, he is literally looking for the buttons to push, and it's not like there's just one button that like this nigga knows, because it's like it gets to a point where for people where well I already know what that nigga's aiming for. He's aiming for that one button. Like nah, bro. Like the real talented niggas like me, we don't just look for one button. We see the array of buttons there, and we just hit them in a certain order. You know, switch it up sometimes, bro. Gotta keep them niggas on their toes. You know. Back to the room and light sleeping shit. Look, hey yo, bro, this is what these check-ins gonna be. I'm just gonna be leading into one thing to another into another. Is there's no order. It's all chaos. No order, all chaos. That's what it's not even gonna be called a check-in no more. No order, all chaos. I had to think real quick before I messed it up. But like, yeah, going into the next thing or the thing that I was supposed to go into. All right, shit, just gotta spit it out. So like, me and Naj, bro, we were roommates. He picked the room, and usually the nigga who picks the room talks first. All right, his nigga didn't message me at all because and the reason why I feel as though the person who choose second should message the other guy is because well, nigga, you already know someone's in there, which means you can easily find the number and email like of that person because like that's you put that shit down when you become roommates and it's in the system. Like this nigga didn't message me. It went on for a while, and then one day I was like, do I got a roommate? Like I wonder, did I get kicked out of housing? I don't know. So I check, and here, lo and below, nigga named Nige, bro. Now I'm so my mindset going into college, the first fucking, especially first semester. Honestly, this is my mindset going into high school too, like in the very fucking beginning, bro. My like both mindsets were like exactly the same, and it makes 100% sense that they're both flawed, and it didn't. What I set out to do in high school didn't end up happening, and the fact that for some reason I didn't link the fact that I had done the same thing twice in a fucking row, like that shit didn't link. So I went to high school with the mentality, all right, I got some friends from middle school, I got friends that live near me. I don't need to fucking branch out. Like I'm in I'm in some like I'm in some regular classes, I'm in some advanced placement classes, IB, whatever you want to call them. I'm in some of those. Let me just try like Be serious, no, not on some friendly shit. Especially for the classes that I was not in advanced placement for. Because, like, it gets to a point where it's like, it's where it's like, is all coonery funny? Not just that, but like, sometimes, like, me understanding that acting dumb can piss someone off is one thing. But to my knowledge, it only gets them mad because they know I know. But people who just willingly like don't know what they're talking about and they just sit up there running their shit, saying like completely retarded things, doing shit that I'm like wouldn't make any sense. Maybe I just got beat too hard or too much. So I was like, all right, let me cool out a little bit. Like, in order for me not to be beat as much, I get self control in these certain aspects. Like, so some of that shit kind of annoyed me. Like, it's funny to an extent, but then when it's happening every fucking day, and it's making me feel like the class is longer because half the time these niggas weren't even funny. They were just like disrespectful, just to be disrespectful. I I didn't even get that. Like, it wasn't like, oh yeah, he getting on this nigga. Nah, it was just like, yo, I teacher said don't have your phone in class, and like she caught you. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, I didn't pull out my phone. No, nigga, I always did. But if you get caught, nigga, you put that shit away. It's like, obviously not to this extreme, but it's like, if you get caught robbing a bank, you can't really be that guy arguing in front of the cops, saying like basically saying it doesn't concern them what you do to the bank. Like, you see my point? It's like just needless. Like, fucking bruh. Literally freshman year. For, I don't. It was either the first or the second day of school, bruh. In fact, I think it was the first day of fucking school. The first day of school freshman year, geometry class. I was not in advanced placement for geometry. I got screwed a little bit in high school when I was being a bum, but that's besides the point. I was in regular geometry. Keep in mind, regular geometry as a freshman, it means that there's a low chance of there being other freshmen in that class. Because normally, niggas take Algebra 1 freshman year, then Geometry sophomore year, and then other niggas take it again junior or senior year. Or like, they did some other shit their freshman year. Like, or they just did fucking weird shit, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, and these niggas are literally not letting this man speak. Like, this man came here to teach a class, and he did not teach a singular thing for the first 30, 40 minutes of class, bruh. It was like just niggas yelling, bruh. Shit. This man literally called the principal on the first day, or called security on the class, first day of school. And the principal came because he was all like, yo, this shit has never happened before. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas? This has never occurred. How the hell y'all niggas like doing all this shit to make him call security on the first day of school? And I partly blame the teacher because it's like like he looked pretty old. Like, you're telling me all your years of teaching you don't know how to control a classroom? Like, you knew what it was gonna be like. Like, I don't know. I feel as though teaching, or like just any job where you're like kind of just presenting, teaching especially, because like you're basically presenting to people who half of them don't even want to be there. And they just want, so when people don't want to be somewhere, bro, they're gonna try to make it somewhat more enjoyable for themselves. Fucking just say shit, try and piss you off, piss other people around them off.
Like, just talk. Like, you have to find your own way of reeling niggas in, bro. It's like when comedians get up on stage and these niggas get harassed, bro. Like during the middle of their set. Yeah, it's disrespectful. But like, and then these niggas just shut them up immediately. Like someone say shit to a comedian on stage, that comedian is gonna talk his shit back for the most part. And unless like this man is being like a fucking complete dickhead, usually they don't get kicked out as far as I know. At least the good comedians won't be kicking people out just for a couple of comments. Like I feel as though like the rule would be like two, and then get the fuck out. You get your warning shot. You get the all right. You kind of you cross. You're right there on the line, bruh. One more step, you're fucking out of here, and then you're out of there after the two. Third strike, you're out. Like what the fuck? I think that's pretty fair. Cause it's like it gets to the point where you're messing it up for everybody else, bro. Like I said, half the people don't want to be there. Other half, they might not want to be there, but like they're there for a reason. How the fuck did I get onto this topic, bro? Who the fuck knows, bro? All chaos, no order, no order, all chaos. I don't fucking know what I said in the beginning. Hopefully that was the same thing. All I know is that this is chaotic, fucking just talking, prime time podcasting. All right, let me just actually say the fucking story with knives. Damn, I'm fucking like one of the feedback type shit that I got on literally the last episode was fucking my inability to stay on topic. And now look at me. I'm changing the topic into this fucking shit. But like, so basically, I went to college at the same thing. So it was like, I I felt like I tried. I really tried with Nige, bro. But shit just wasn't clicking in the beginning, you know? Cause like I get we were both the type of person where we were like, all right, we don't want to step on this nigga's shoes, right? Cause like I remember literally first few conversations, shit, it was a little bit awkward. Like moving day, we had it was moving day. All right, I'll say that shit was my fault. So for moving day, fucking keep in mind with the other store, other I think it was literally the last episode, bro. Last episode, I literally was talking about how moving day, I brought a girl and I'm just like like the girl brought one of her other friends for protection. I think I don't. I'm hoping either that or these niggas just love carrying around knives for no fucking reason. But like together as a group, but like they just fucking. But like it's hard for like you know first time like first day. I'm kind of like out and about in the sense like I bring people into the room. Nigga just walks in. It's awkward. You don't know nobody, and I'm like, shit, nigga. I don't really know nobody either. Like to this day, bro, I don't remember the name of that nigga that came inside the fucking that came in the room with her. To this day, orientation girl. I don't know the name. I didn't remember it. I literally did not remember the name after the fucking second day. Later, I ended up learning the name and I forgot it again. And I relearned it because this nigga ended up working at the fucking best pizza place on campus. And I knew some people that worked there too. And one person had a crush on him. I'm not gonna say names, but you know who you are. But fucking yeah. So it was like me and Najee. It was awkward in the beginning. Like I think the first thing that I tried to connect with him on, I was like, it was when Milky Way dropped. Boz's newest album at that time. I think it was called Milky Way. But that dropped, and I was like, "Yo, you listen to Boz?" He's like, a little." He said something like a little bit, like it was like obvious he didn't listen to him a lot. So I was like, "Oh, he just dropped a new album," and that was the end of the conversation. And then another day, we fucking, I think 2 days after that, both me and him skipped the fucking tour meeting shit they wanted us to fucking go to as freshmen during orientation week, or not orientation, or fucking moving week. We both skipped that shit. And that would have been another time for us to try and connect. Did not really work. This man went to Target to get the smallest TV I'd ever seen in my life. Shit like shit is like a laptop monitor type size, bruh. Nigga got that. And I clown a little bit. I clowned him a little bit on that shit, just a little bit. Because you can't go too far with people you don't know, bruh. You laugh a little bit, it's fine. I think after that, and basically just that type of shit. This nigga was playing Madden on his PlayStation 4 the entire time. I don't watch football. Hey, yo, go Cowboys. You don't gotta watch something to claim a team. All right, I know that from plenty of people, bruh. All right, so I was like, fucking nigga. I don't know what half the plays are. I'm not gonna be good at Madden. I was sitting there playing my fucking fighting games, bro. I was like, you trying to hop on the sticks for Fighter Z? He's like, I'm ass at fighting games. I was like, that's fine. I'm gonna watch you anyways. And he was like, I mean, you want to play Madden? I was like, oh fuck no. So that was just it. And then he started like, obviously, I didn't go to a college too far from home. Low key a regret, but fuck it. I didn't go to college too far from home, so it's like I had the friends from high school commuting, going up and down. Some people lived on campus too, so just I hung out with the with high school crowd for beginning of first semester, orientation girl, beginning of first semester, RA, who me and him were cool, high school, literally one of the closest friends, like just that type of shit. Like hung out with the same people, bro. So it was like that. And think about having a lot of friends that are commuters. Like, at least some of them, bro. Some of these niggas got a curfew because they still live at their parents' house. So it's like they can't really be out all the time, all night and everything. So it was like late night. I'm either like it was like I was just sleeping, to be honest. Like I went to sleep hella early in the beginning of first semester for some reason. Like, not like, all right, early for the times I was sleeping in high school, and early like for the times that like I guess college people would sleep. But like, nigga, I was ready to be in bed at 11. The fucking like, we had automatic lights, so that shit just turned off. There wasn't no movement in the room. So I was like, oh shit, word. I'm sleeping in this bitch. You feel me? Like the fuck. But Nigel was able to find like some people since like the nigga didn't come from close. And he had to like make friends on campus and shit. So he would come later at night, right, into the room. And look, bruh, I also come from I'm African, bruh. And when people come into like when people come into my room, it's it's never like because it's not like this nigga like it's his room too. He's not gonna knock and then come in and all that shit. African parents don't knock either. So it's like if they want you to do something for them, they'll just call your name. But if they come to you, then they came for they came because they're mad. They don't come to you off of like fucking friendly shit. Like for the most part anyways. It's like they come to you because they wanted you to do something, you didn't do it. They told you to do something, you didn't do it. all that type of shit, bro. They come to you for shit that like you don't even gotta know, bro. And like so it's like to my to my knowledge, bro. My mom was like, my mom will come in and yell at me for sleeping in, bro. So I don't even sleep in. So for me, if I'm sleeping, bro, and I hear a door open, the door to the room that I'm sleeping open, I am shooting straight up, and I'm making it seem like I was awake the entire fucking time. And like, keep in mind, like, I'm 6 foot, so I guess it's like 3 feet because it's just a torso and up. That shit just the moment you open the door of your pitch black room, the nigga on the other bed just sits straight up, stares at you for a few seconds, then goes straight back down. See, for me, I was making sure the coast was clear. I was making sure my safety was fine. To him, he must have felt like he was in danger. Like, what the fuck, this nigga possessed? So, like, I understand it. But, like, you gotta see it from my side, bro. I would be called from one floor to another to pass my parents a remote that was right next to them, bro. So if they're coming to me, I must have done something. All right. So that was how it was. The first in the beginning. Why did I tell? Where was I? Where was I in this shit that made me even want to tell that story, huh? Must have been saying I must have gotten somehow from fucking politics because I know that's where I kind of like started some sort of tangent, bro. I drew some sort of fucking squiggly line all the way to the fucking, and that's why I feel fucking in danger when I'm sleeping. It's much better now, Few years of college, bro. People yelling through the halls and shit. The fucking light at yo, the fucking the way the walls were so fucking like hearable. But the way these people would like fucking bitch if they heard something coming through the walls, bruh. Like I remember, so my bed was on a wall right next to someone else's room. Nigel bed was on the other wall next to someone else to another person's room. The room that I was next to had like I don't know, were they swimmers or volleyball players? I think they were swimmers. They had these two fucking swimmers in a room, right? Both them girls doesn't really matter if you're a dickhead, you're a dickhead. But gotta build the characters, world building. But like basically, these fucking assholes, bruh. Like I stamp, bruh. Some days, if you laugh too loud, one of these assholes is banging on the fucking wall. But these cunts will have people fucking jumping off the bed yelling at 2 a.m. And I didn't say shit. I was a nice guy. Like these, for some reason, bruh, these niggas' sleeping schedules were fucking foreign. Cause like, you would hear these bitches be loud as fuck. Look, bitches is a non-gender neutral thing. I'll call a guy a bitch. I'll call a girl a bitch. I'm just protecting my ass because I am not big enough where I want to face cancellation. That there reaches a certain level where you can say more controversial stuff because you have that fan base, so you can reel them niggas back. I'm not at that level yet. So this is not full level like shit talking, bro. I promise you, bro. When I get to by the time like this joint hits like fucking the 10th, shit. I mean, maybe a little further, 20s. If it gets to that shit, by the time it gets to that, Man, I hope you watched the other ones, bruh, and saw the fucking development into the whole fucking world of what I like. Cause I'm not gonna be holding myself back as much, bruh. Getting tired of that. There's no point. There's no joy in it. I feel nothing. So it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna be saying shit. None of it blatantly supposed to be offensive, except to the people who I'm directly saying it about. Like, nigga, you were cunts. You can't fucking be having a party at 2 a.m., but at fucking 9 a.m. getting mad because I'm playing music a little bit too loud. There's a reason. The reason why you couldn't get up that early in the morning is because you decided to stay up until 4 a.m. and keep my ass up. Nigga, keep in mind, I was waking up from the door opening. It wasn't like this nigga not just hitting the fucking door to the wall. Nah, this nigga, bruh. After the first like one or two times of me doing it, he started going even slower, bruh. So obviously, like it wasn't his fault. I ended up like I had to I had to learn how to control myself, so I wasn't like sitting straight up. I would just have my eyes open, because it was like I couldn't stop myself from waking up. But at the very least, try not to spook this nigga too. Oh shit, bro. Honestly, that that habit might be a habit that I developed from my brother. Cause I remember when this nigga, I was in middle school, bro. We fucking obviously had to share rooms. So like me and him shared a room, and like sometimes you just gotta like you don't want to hear snoring at fucking 4 p.m. All right. Sometimes, cause especially if that room doubles as the computer room for the like everybody in the house, like three computers in that bitch, and then you had two bunk beds that aren't like on top of each other. They're just like literally right next to each other. So to get to one bunk bed, you gotta kind of climb over the other one. Like you don't want to hear snoring at 4 p.m. when you're, for the most part, playing games, or when you're trying to write an essay. Those few times where you're actually trying to get work done instead of procrastinating. So, or like you gotta wake him up to do something, or you gotta wake him up because when you come back from school, this nigga's done with his like 1 hour nap, and he gotta go to work. You gotta wake him up so he can get his dumb ass up, bruh. The amount of times that this nigga would wake up, grab my arm, and just had eyes red as shit, and at my young innocent middle school age, not knowing that nigga just smoked a blunt. That's why. That was what pushed them off the edge. Like at that age, not knowing that, just imagine like you wake someone up out of the kindness of your heart, right? And they come and you see like the maddest face ever, like someone who's like terrified, and he's just gonna like risk it all to kill you while he's dying too, like the double suicide shit. That's what it felt like when like you're waking that nigga up and he just grabs your arm, pulls you in a little bit. Nigga was strong as shit. I was still in the middle of puberty, so I was like, what the fuck? Couldn't get out of there. It was fucking stranglehold, bro. It's crazy. It's family. Family. Everybody got that one guy. You always just sum it up to that sometimes, bro. That one guy, like, dude. And I guess that's just all of Twitter now. It's just its own fucking tangent. Because I've been thinking this for a while. Twitter is just like a cesspool, just generalizations after generalization, and nigga, and like
people don't realize how wrong they are sometimes. And when someone tries to correct them, like obviously you can't correct. It's hard to correct someone while being a dick. Like if you were trying to correct someone while being a dick, you should know that it's not gonna work out. So if you're being a dick while you're correcting someone, then you already know that person. So you must know that they respond well to constructive criticism to the third degree. Like you're giving this nigga burns. You are hurting this man's. You are being rude for no reason. But that's what I'm saying. You gotta know someone first before you do that. Niggas just be replying just like the worst shit. And it's like shit, bro. You actually had a point, but because of how you fucking worded it, your point was completely missed, and now it just comes off as misogynistic and you being a dickhead. Or I mean, I'm saying so. Obviously, I have to say it in my frame of reference as a guy. Like there is only so much you can really say as a guy, I guess. Not on Twitter. Like not even I don't mean like say, but like be a part of, you know? Cause like I so this is one nigga Long Beach Griffey, bro. I'm about to plug him in, bro. I mean, low key, man, I need a plug in. Man, fucking Daquan Wiltshire too, or Wiltshire. Them both them niggas, bro. Both them niggas are funny as shit, but they talk about wild shit, bro. Like, and this is what I was like referring to a little bit earlier when I was saying there's different levels of cancellation, where it's like certain people will talk about certain stuff, but because number one, that's how they've been making their brand off of, or that's what they kind of started off of. It's like, no, you can't really be mad at them, bro. It's their hustle. Like conspiracists or like just people saying or like just controversial people who make a living, especially off of just being controversial, is in a sense to me the same thing as OnlyFans. They get they get the attention that they want and they're flourishing from it. At the end of the day, that's like that's why like you can't get mad at strippers, OnlyFans, all of those. You respect the hustle, you respect the grind. There's some things like are steps for some people. Some things that's just what they want to do. They found it. That's it. That's just the end game. Like that's what they want to do at the end. Let them do it. If they're fucking grinding in their life, then let them, bruh. Just it. But it comes to a point where it's like, all right, we all have our own opinions. And obviously, certain people's opinions, there's like some commonality between them. Like, I don't even know if that's just a word. Commonality. That's what I do here. I'm just making shit up. But like everybody's able to find their own, like find groups, people who think the same way as them. All right. Now, to what extent do I have to participate in certain things that they to make someone else feel secure? In the sense that, like, all right, there are things where it's like, all right, I'll just say this as an example. There are sometimes just because like my mom kind of doesn't she doesn't have like the highest pitched voice, and then the act like kind of her accent a little bit, especially when she says certain words, it doesn't actually sound like it isn't. I guess 100% of the time people don't realize when she's talking to customer service on the phone, sometimes they say sir instead of ma'am. That's what I'm getting to. I just gotta rip the fucking band-aid off, obviously, because I could not get it out any other way, you know. And it's not like, oh, a slip of the tongue. That's how they're referring to her the entirety of the call. Now, my mom doesn't correct them because at the end of the day, whether she's a male or female, she has a fucking issue and they have to fix it. Like that's not. I didn't call you just so you could tell me who I was. I called you to fix something, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like obviously, if someone's doing it, like being a dick about it, period. But I also don't think that everybody has to tap dance around it just because you don't feel good about yourself. Wording could have been fucking better, but fuck it. Hopefully y'all niggas knew what I meant. But like, cause in the same sense where it's like Adele when she like broke up with her husband, bruh. And I remember when that shit was like when news leaked on Twitter. Because Twitter is where you can see a whole bunch of replies and shit. So you're like, so this is how it feels like the world is reacting. Because Twitter got that weird system where it's like they kind of got like they have the highest rated, like the highest liked or slash reposted comments first, and then they have and then every now and then they sprinkle in probably some comments that they think you will like based on their system. Because there are some comments that obviously didn't get that many likes, but for some reason they're still up there, or maybe the reply under that the initial reply got more likes or something, so they show you that stem, all that bullshit, right? And you're like, all right, I guess you can get like a decent estimation how people are reacting towards the subject, I guess. So it's like, and keep in mind, the internet, how the internet reacts is the unfiltered reaction for some people because at the end of the day, no one really knows who the fuck you are, or you feel as though your brand is big enough or your account's big enough where you can say whatever bullshit, but your followers are more or less loyal, but those followers don't really exist. They're just fucking people who just follow a whole bunch of accounts, some of them bots, so they really don't even fucking have a fucking like real name attached to them in the grand scheme of things, or it's the same like three people that made 10 accounts and they're constantly and they have so they're boosting followers a little bit like that. It's like I guess to say famed is not equal to followers because there's a lot of niggas on Instagram that post that they're a public figure and in my opinion the only time they're a public figure is when I see them walking outside in the mall. Like you are not a public figure, like in real fucking respects, unless you're going somewhere and you put a hoodie over yourself or you wear a fucking hat or some shit. You fucking have to a little bit disguise yourself so people don't have to bother you. All right, that's what famous people do. They go to certain places, live in certain places, do all that bullshit, and the moment they are seen by a fan, they have to immediately hope that it's one of the cool fans who at most gonna bother them for a few seconds, leave them alone. All right, because these niggas grinded. Some of them, just famous just for being associated with famous people. Like whether that be relationship, male or female in that relationship, fucking, whether that be relationships, whether that be family, all any of that, where they're famous by association. Even they have to just hide themselves sometimes. Like fucking Bronny, for example, he hasn't like now he's a top recruit and all that, but he hadn't done anything famous worthy yet. Like top fame, like at least to the level of attention he was getting, that wouldn't have came from being LeBron's son, or that Yeah, like it's because he's LeBron's son that he's immediately elevated to a certain position at birth, and then after that, he just has to build on his presence. While other people, they actually starting from like zero. And that's not a bad thing. Like you can't get it gets to the thing where it's like you can't get mad at famous people's kids because their parents were able to make it. Because it's like when you if you're able to grind it out, you think it's okay for people to be mad at your kids because you grinded shit out. Nah. So it's just like that. And then you also have to keep in mind, like for some famous kids, they also have that overwhelming shadow, you know, that guy who you're just never gonna surpass, bruh. Like fucking Michael Jordan's kid. Nobody talks about that nigga. Mm-mm. But how much you wanna bet when Michael Jordan was still playing? This nigga was in fucking middle school and high school playing basketball. People weren't being like, "Yo, that isn't that Michael Jordan's kid? Ain't that the GOAT's kid? Hell, ain't he's supposed to be posting numbers. What's going on?" Not realizing that like he's only half Michael Jordan. Well, I'm just gonna end this shit here. You know, all no order, all chaos. We don't even got an ordered ending. This shit just it's just here one day and then it's